So Knives Out starts out with a man being dead, as all good murder mysteries do.
You can have a murder mystery without a murder.
No, you cannot. And it's always a man because societally, apparently, men are more important than women. Show me who done it where a woman dies. This one has one.
That'll be The Glass Onion. We'll watch that one next time.
So,
but he is a very rich white man.
he's a very rich white man, publisher and author who writes murder mystery books.
Go figure.
That Travis, I'm dying.
Oh, don't die.
Take over for a second.
So he writes murder mysteries. He's done very well. He's made games. They make games and other things, I believe. They have a whole mess of things that have contributed to his wealth.
His name is Harlan Thrombey.
Harlan,
which is an awful last name, but it's fine. And yeah, you
had a fun time with that in grade school.
Sure, I'm sure he did. They talk about some stats like his publishing company has sold 80 million copies, and at some point we learned that he has like a $60 million cash fortune, and which is an excessive amount of money to keep in multiple bank accounts.
Yeah, crazy.
That's crazy. I think it was just mostly trying to make a point, but that's fine. A huge mansion and this publishing company, and he's very, very well off, very well taken care of for himself.
But he also doesn't seem like a jerk, like a horrible.
No,
person.
he's just an old man with a lot of money.
Yeah,
and his family are a bunch of assholes.
Yeah.
Every single one of them.
Yeah,
No exclusions.
Yeah, it becomes clearly and painfully apparent how horrible
every single one of them, the worst people. Which I'll be honest, we've been doing a lot of movies recently, and we're doing another one after this that are a little political heavy. I don't think this one's very political heavy. I think this one's straight family drama. You know,
yeah.
Being rich is not the forefront of this. It's the family being a bad family that is the forefront of this. So, we start out getting a bunch of interviews with the family. I don't remember half their names, so I'm not going to mention most of them. One person
by their actors' names.
Yeah. So yes. So we get some tellings of what happened the night of Harlan's death.
All from their unique perspective. Because there's so many shots of them at the party where he's about to blow out the candles.
Yeah.
And whoever's telling the story is the one right next to him. Being like, oh man, I'm so happy with my.
Yeah, they all obfuscate the truth in their own ways. And Benoit Blanc is not dumb. He's like, they're all keeping something from me.
There's two main detectives who are doing the questioning, and Benoit Blanc is kind of in the background.
And Lieutenant Elliot.
Yeah, hitting a piano key, whatever. Mm-hmm. It's something, strikes his attention.
Yeah, so that they can keep track of it. So everyone's kind of just talking out their mouth. I think is the best way to put it.
Yeah.
They're just talking out their mouth. And they're getting nowhere. And eventually,
I believe they each say something suspicious, though.
They all are suspicious, and they're all hiding something. And we learn that the thing that they're all hiding is that they all had different talks with Harlan that night where he cut them all off. And that's kind of what everybody's hiding because they don't want it to seem like they had a motive.
Right.
Which apparently they all had a motive.
Yeah. Yeah, because that's the first thing you look for in a murder mystery is like, okay, well, who had motive? And then it's like, oh, well, they all do. Like,
yeah,
they're all lying. They're all being suspicious. They're all interested in the money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And this one's very, very straight up because it's the rich dad died. Everybody wants the family fortune. Not the whole thing. They all know that it's like they're all going to get their own part of it. Allegedly, they think. They did think.
Before the party.
Before the party. Yeah. And then they all started getting cut off and they were like, oh, he's just an old man being an old man. He doesn't mean it. The one person that was also talked to that wasn't there for any of the interviews is the nephew? No, grandchild? Ransom, played by Chris Evans. And he just doesn't show up. He's just refusing to show up, which is apparently par for the course for Ransom. So they were like they were super close. He was the favorite of the grandchildren, I think. I'm gonna say grandchildren. Yeah. And he's like a just son of a bitch, you know. That's kind of his character. He's that I'm gonna take the money. I'm gonna run, and I'm not gonna say thank you or please. I'm just gonna take everything. It's like given to me.
Yeah, he's the oldest daughter's son.
Yeah, so probably the first grandchild.
Yeah, because the other ones are
much younger.
13 Reasons Why and the kid in the
the acclaimed Nazi child.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
one of the best lines in the whole thing was mentioning him.
Yeah. And so but yeah, Ransom is nowhere to be found, but we learned that he kind of has a playful,
he has the last thing, well, they don't know this yet, but the last thing that they heard Ransom say to Grandpa was, I'm warning you. That was it. Yeah. Which is suspicious, but also with everybody else's thing, probably like not that suspicious, let's be real.
Yeah.
I didn't cock it.
One of the least suspicious.
So you have a notorious asshole warning somebody, and everybody's being cut off that night.
Speaking of notorious assholes, I wasn't gonna. I didn't have anything after that. I just wanted.
So after all of the family's interviews, thank you. After all of the interviews, Ana de Armas, Marta, not Martha, Marta. Get it right, is being interviewed next, and they point out the fact that they know that she can't lie because when she lies, she throws up.
Which, to be honest, it's kind of a cheap.
Yeah, it is. Thing. It's a weird
to be
tell.
Honest, if we're being completely honest, like,
but it's supposed to help us understand immediately. Like, okay, she's not part of the family. She was there that night.
She's going to be
very close to him.
Yeah, she's going to be trustworthy.
She's the one to trust.
Yeah, if she says something, then you can take it as fact.
Yeah. And so they start interviewing her with some test questions, ones that Benoit Blanc has already been.
At this point, have we already seen the flashback?
This is what's happening right now. This is the flashback.
Okay, here we are. We're there. We're at that point in time.
They ask her to recall the night as it happened in detail, and then we get a flashback of what happened that night where she was getting him ready for bed, and he was like, "No, let's hang out, let's play, let's drink some more. It's my birthday." She's like, "No, you need to get your medicine. You need to go to bed. I have to go home. It's midnight." And they usually hang out. They play Go, which is an old person game, and she's really good at it. And he's just messing around. He's an old man. He did a hard thing by cutting everybody off on his birthday.
And then he was losing, and then he was like, "Oh no, there's an earthquake!" And
he flipped the table, and she's like, "Dude, he's like, dude, I gotta go home. It's late." And while injecting him with his pain medicine, no, it's not pain medicine. It's some other weird thing that. He had an injury that he had to take medicine for his bones. His bone medicine. And then she was getting ready to give him the morphine so that he could sleep without some pain.
Speaking of bone medicine.
And she realizes, oh no, I just injected you with 100 milligrams of morphine. He was like, well, what's the normal dosage? And she said, 3 grams. He went, that's a lot different. That's a much smaller number. And she's like, I have the thing to fix it, and I got to do it, or else you'll die in like 10 minutes. And she doesn't have the antidote for it for some reason.
Yeah, and he's very calm about it.
Oh, he's super calm about it.
Like, okay, so what do we do? And then she's like, well, I'll do this, and you die. And then
she was freaking out because she didn't have the antidote, and he grabbed her shoulders and said, "Look, I'm screwed.
Yeah,
that's fine. Here's what you're going to do to make sure that you are not implicated for any reason with my death."
Yeah, so he's the mastermind.
Yep, of her innocence.
Yes,
and so he
let's
step by step stuff.
Let's be clear. She is innocent.
Well, we don't know that yet,
Right.
but she goes through all of the steps and does everything that he says to do, and right before she does the last part, she turns around and she goes into his room and is like, I can't do this, and he said, just trust me, everything will be fine, and he slit his own throat
as he has a knife at his throat. So
he has a knife out.
Yeah, and then it goes into
his throat, and he kills himself. Which, honest to God, kind of a baller way to go out for this guy. Is like full murder mystery style. It's crazy.
But what a traumatizing thing for her to watch.
For sure. Well, I mean, he makes up for it. I'll be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. He makes up for it.
Let's be honest. Yeah.
So she
it's the meme of, have you seen Zombieland?
Yeah.
Where what's his name? They're in Bill Murray's house, and he's using the cash to wipe his tears.
Yeah. Yes, it is that. And so we get the flash forward. Oh, we also get one of the last things he said was, here's exactly how you're going to tell it so that you're not lying. Is just say the basic truths. And so we flash back forward. She tells the basics, which is, I was taking him to bed. I gave him his medicine. We played Go, and then I left. Yeah, then I left.
Yeah. I walked downstairs at this time, talked to Michael Shannon's character.
Yeah, and
went outside and drove off, and of course he corroborated that.
Because he did. Yeah, he did. And so they were like, oh, okay, I know that Benoit Blanc knew something was up immediately, which we learned later that he did. So he's like, okay, works for me. You can go. And in comes the lawyer with the estate paperwork. I skipped a little ahead, but there's really just more exposition with the family, and the family is just being assholes to each other, and that's pretty much all that happens.
Yeah. But more of their lies are coming out.
I'll be honest, if it's a really good character movie. If you really want to like see a murder mystery with a bunch of good characters, so just watch it. There's no reason for me to relay the fact that one of them is cheating on their wife and another one's been double dipping into college funds.
Yeah, and taking extra money from grandpa.
There's a lot going on. You should just go watch it. It's not like plot detrimental, but it's information and it's fun.
And it's all, I think it does a very good job of like, as the viewer, you're like, man, who is it? Because we're trying to figure it out. Because obviously that's the premise.
And all these people are assholes.
Yeah, and you're just
they
like,
all have a reason to.
Yeah, and they're all like doing really crazy like stuff that you're just like, oh man, they are so guilty.
Mm-hmm. For sure, 100%.
Yeah,
and they are. They're all guilty of being assholes.
Yeah.
So the lawyer comes in with the documents, and he goes, "Hey." Oh, and Ransom shows up, and everyone's like, "You're a dumb piece of shit, Ransom. Fuck you. You're so stupid. This is going to be good for you getting cut off, you dumb piece of shit." And I'm like, Jesus Christ, man. They're really giving it to him.
That was Michael Shannon.
They're really giving it to him. Yeah. Yeah, and it just started a full-on fight.
Yeah, he was fun. Michael Shannon is just
it's very fun.
He's just
so the lawyer. Wait, are you looking for the other character?
No, I'm looking for his character's name. Walt Romby.
So they all fight, and then the lawyer comes out and he goes, "All right, gather around. We could have done this anywhere, but this is a good enough place to do it. Everyone's here. Everyone's leaving tomorrow." And then the detectives go, "Actually, we request that nobody leaves until the investigation is done." And then the other detective shows up and he goes, "And by request, we mean demand." So nobody's leaving. And they're all like, "Okay, that's fine, I guess."
So, Michael, what happens like with the well? Like, what happens?
So
what's revealed?
It's a one-pager. And
it's a one paragrapher.
It's really, it really is a one paragrapher. It says, everything in my estate is as follows: $60 million in various bank accounts, this mansion, and the publishing company. And all of it is going to Marta
Cabrera.
And everyone loses their shit. And the lawyer keeps going. He goes, which means that the $60 million in various bank accounts is going to Marta. The publishing company is going to Marta, and then they all bust out and start getting really upset. They go, "You can't do this to us. This is our family. This is our house." And they all look at the lawyer, and the lawyer goes, "Oh yeah, the house is also going to Marta." And and then they all lose their
They all
shit.
just stop and look at her like,
and
then they, of course, accusations. You
were sleeping with him.
Yeah,
you drugged him.
Yeah, you
whatever.
manipulated him.
Yeah.
To do this. Took advantage of an old man.
Yep.
Which is not true.
And Benoit Blanc's like, you should probably leave and like go for a while. And her car won't start on her way out, but Ransom is like, get in the car.
Follow her out. They're harassing her out.
So Ransom gets her out of there, takes her to go get some soup.
Chili, I think.
Chili? I thought it was beans and something. So maybe.
Could be both.
Bean soup. That is just chili, I guess.
Bean and meat soup.
Yeah, bean and meat soup is
or
just
stew.
chili. I think it could be stew. Yeah.
Stews are thicker than soups.
Well, his name is Hugh, not Stoop. So, so he sits her down and is like, "Great, I'm glad that you ate. So now that you did that, and I know you can't lie because of your thing where you throw up when you lie. Tell me what exactly happened."
Yeah, he made sure that she had a full stomach before. He started questioning,
which was a crazy accusatory thing for him to do. But again,
at the same time, though, you
believe
learned that Ransom is actually not a dummy.
No, he's
a smart dude.
He's fully understanding of what's
very privileged, very lazy,
very perceptive.
But yes, very smart, very perceptive.
And she says everything, and he said, "Okay, so here's what's going to happen. You're not going to give up all of the things in the will to the family, and I'm going to get you out of this mess, and you're not going to be implicated for anything. And in return, you're going to give me some of it."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Okay." Yeah, sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, why not? Like, this guy's going to help you out.
Yeah, why not? I mean, at that point, easy. So what am I going to do with 60 mil?
Yeah.
And a publishing company and a mansion.
Yeah.
There's so much.
What would anybody do?
What would anybody
all
do?
That money.
So the family is trying to get her to give up the money, and she doesn't want to. And then she wakes up at her house the next morning with reporters at the door.
I was going to say, I think they, at certain points, sorry if I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but at some point, almost everybody individually reaches out to her to try to convince her.
Yeah.
Like, hey,
we deserve and it happens
this money
sporadically through everything.
Yeah, and especially the characters that are closest to her, like the one.
Yeah, Megan.
Megan, the doctor, or not the doctor, but
the daughter.
The daughter, yeah, who's going because she's
chill,
close friends with her. Yeah.
Walt shows up at her door,
which was crazy.
And is like, "Hey, we know that we know about your mom. Yeah, it's like, hey, we know your mom's undocumented, and with our resources, we could really fix that problem." And Marta, stone cold, went, "Well, it's a good thing those are my resources now."
Oh,
which was awesome.
Was funny because she goes like, "Oh, so the resources are what would really help me out." And he was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "It's a good thing that all those resources are mine now so that I could hire those lawyers." Crazy. And then he realized, shoot.
Yeah. And on her way out, she grabs all of her mail so that she can comb through it. And one of them's like an unmarked envelope. And she opens it, and it's a toxicology report of the blood. Yeah, of the dude. And it says, I know what you did. And so she's freaking out a little bit. And she goes and meets up with Ransom, and Ransom brings her to the pathology lab.
Yeah, they drive up.
And it's burning to the ground actively. They get spotted by
Benoit is already there with the
and she gets in a high-speed chase with them.
I mean, in high speed in quotation marks. She's driving a Hyundai.
Yeah, they said that was the stupidest car chase they've ever been in. They pull her over and they arrest Ransom, and she goes, "What's happening? What's going on?" And Benoit is like, we'll talk about it on the way to the station. Just I'll go with you. And so he gets in the car, and she's supposed to be meeting with somebody who knows what's up at 10 o'clock, and they're like 10 minutes from that.
She's got to be at a certain location at this time.
Yeah. And so she's driving with Benoit Blanc in the car, and it's getting there. And at like a minute to, she sees that she's passing by the street, and she goes, "Oh, do you mind if we stop real quick I have to do something?" And he looks at her with that, "No, I don't mind. Go for it." It's like absolutely knows something's going on.
Yeah. And
so she parks the car, goes inside one business, walks out the back door, goes into the one address that she's supposed to go in, and sees Fran
In
or
this,
the
like, abandoned
housekeeper
building.
in an abandoned building, and she walks up to her, and Fran is
She's, like, tied up in a
overdosing.
chair.
Yeah, she's like overdosing on, crazy enough, pain meds that somebody else very likely injected her with.
Yeah, the same stuff that she
and-
would have been in trouble for.
Yeah, yeah.
With
No report to burn
his
or tear up or anything.
Harlan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's injected with the same stuff.
And she's ODing, and the only thing she says to Marta is, "You did it.
You did this.
Yeah, you did this."
You did this.
And Marta, instead of leaving, she's a nurse. She's a good nurse. She calls 911 and starts CPR,
Yeah.
which is great. It's a good thing to do. And so she and Benoit Blanc and Fran all go to the hospital, as what happens when somebody's ODing and you call an ambulance.
Yeah.
And she comes clean. Well, she says, people are getting hurt. This is like not okay anymore. I'm going to come clean." And Benoit goes, "Oh yeah, Ransom's already confessed to everything. He said everything." And she said, even the thing that I did. And he said, even that. Yeah. And you can tell me all about it on the way back to the family. And so she drives there. The cops bring Ransom there, I guess, for because he confessed, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
And she's getting ready to confess in front of the whole family. But when they walk in, Megan's like, "I am so sorry. They like forced me to tell about your mom." She's like, it's okay, I know." And she said, "Man, I'm really gonna need to dig into Fran's stash."
She needs
to calm down from this. And Marta goes, "Fran's stash." And goes with Benoit Blanc over to Fran's stash inside of the clock, and sees that there's a copy of the toxicology report.
That's not what do they call it? Where they black out some of the information.
Yeah, it's not redacted.
Not redacted, exactly.
And she hands it to him without looking. And I'm gonna be honest. For people who've seen it, he knows at this point. He knew before he got the report. He just needed it in hand to verify the things that he already knew.
Yes.
And so she's starting to confess to the murder of their sweet father. And Benoit Blanc looks at the toxicology report in the back, and she says, "And I need to," and she goes, "Tell you all that she is not renouncing the will."
Yeah, she's
and
not
just
giving it
grabs her
back.
and then they get into a room with
where he breaks it down for her and us.
Yeah, which is basically that it wasn't her. There's nothing in the report that says that she did anything wrong.
Yeah,
there's no
she
malpractice.
Overdosed him on morphine or whatever.
Yeah, she gave him the correct dosage of the correct medicine.
And he wouldn't have died.
Yeah, and so she's still confused as to, like, this is obviously still her fault. And he goes, "No, it was Ransom. What Ransom did is that he got told that he wasn't going to get any inheritance, and then he went for a drive, said he got a clear head out of it, and then came back and..."
Well, that part didn't get broken down yet, because that's when they're...
Yeah, he says that it's he said it's just that she's not implicated in the murder.
Right.
And then he goes, "I think Ransom did this." And Ransom was like, "You have absolutely no proof of that."
And then he
goes,
it
"Well,
actually,
I do have proof of that." And then he breaks it all down. Ransom took the antidote out of there and tried to switch the labels on the medicine, and
so that she would give him the wrong
and because she's a good nurse, she noticed the slight tint difference, and that's what freaked her out.
I think it was the difference in viscosity of the labels.
Yeah, something like that.
So even though the label was wrong, she gave him the correct, because she had done it so much.
Yeah, so she knew which one it was.
Which vial was correct without looking at it, based off of what was in there.
And Ransom covered everything up. And anytime that somebody was like, "Hey, I got the evidence," he would get rid of it, including Fran.
And he still technically was like, "Well, you still can't prove any of this."
Yeah, he said, all you have is a bunch of assumptions and no proof. And what are you going to get me on? Attempted murder for Fran?
Yeah, and then
she gets a call. She gets a call from the hospital. And the hospital, she goes, "Oh my God, that's great news. Thank you so much." And then gets off the phone and goes,
she's like, "When will we be able to talk to her?"
She's doing good.
Yeah, she's going to make a full recovery.
Yeah. And then he goes,
and then you see his face.
"So you're going to get me on?" So you see his face. He goes, Oh, he said something about not that he. Oh yeah, that's when he goes. Oh, you can't even get me because what are you going to give me on attempted murder or Fran?
Yeah.
And then Marta throws up on him,
Well,
and one of the detectives goes, oh, "That means she was lying," which is really funny.
Well,
He was super into it.
Well, before that, I think he tries to stab her, doesn't he?
No, not yet.
Oh, okay.
That happens after the reveal.
Well, because he does say something that implicates him.
Yeah, he said that.
And then
What are you
she
going to get me
throws
on
up.
attempted murder because she's alive?
Yeah.
And then she throws up, and then she goes, "Yeah,
Actually,
Fran's actually dead,"
actually, we got you on murder.
which means that he's gonna get tried for murder.
Yeah,
because he did.
And of course, like this whole like Knives Out thing. There's a whole like
The big old circle of
it's like-
knives.
yeah, it's like
the Game of Thrones throne. Yeah.
And with all the knives.
And
around
so, because he's already implicated for murder, he's like, "Well, I'm still gonna get Marta. I'm still gonna get the stuff out of the will because Marta's not gonna be able to get the
What I think,
inheritance." And so he
does
grabs
he
a knife out of the thing. No, he's just thinking it.
No. Does he
grabs-
say it or does Benoit Blanc say it? In for a penny, in for a pound.
Yeah. Benoit
grabs
says
the
it, and
knife.
then he says it afterwards. And so he grabs the knife off the thing, goes to stab her, and it's a prop knife. It's a fake knife.
The knife.
The knife was out.
It was out until it retracted into the handle.
And then it was back out again.
Yeah.
And then we get the like final shot of all of the family out of the house, and Marta with up on the balcony with the "My house, my rules, my coffee" cup
Yeah.
from the beginning of the movie.
Saying goodbye to everybody, like
Yeah.
bye, see you later.
Yeah, which is good.
It was very satisfying to watch.
That was the whole movie.
Well, also that's when we get the last reveal was that it was Thrombey's oldest daughter, played by Jamie Lee Curtis, Linda, and we see that her husband Richard, played by Don Johnson, actually was cheating on
Yeah.
her.
And there was a thing earlier.
Because
when he was like, "If you don't tell her, I'm going to," and he had a letter, and then when he died, he went into the office to find the letter, and the letter was empty, and he was like, "That son of a bitch, he got me," but it was written in invisible ink.
How mysterious and crafty of him.
Yeah, so even that dude who was being an asshole got what was coming to him in the end.
Yeah. Ransom was being hauled off. He was chasing him, and she was finally reading the letter, found out that her husband was cheating on her.
Yeah.
So, and she wasn't I don't think she was like a bad person or the worst person at all, but she was definitely that stereotype. You know which one I'm talking about?
Stop pushing me with your strong arms.
Oh, sorry. No, but she's definitely like, she's bad in the sense that she's the rich daughter that did it on her own. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With the hundreds of thousands that her
$1 million loan.
Yeah, $1 million loan.
It's quite
but she
directly
did it
what I
all on
said.
her own though. She
She
came
did it all
up
on
and
her own.
self-made woman is what she claimed.
Brother, you give me $1 million, you're gonna get a crazy looking card shop. That's what you're getting.
Or it would go into film equipment.
It'd
for your
it'd
next
be movie studio for sure.
Yeah,
No,
I was gonna
it'd
say.
be a whole studio.
Yeah.
Paid in cash. Hey, you look good over there.
Look real good.
Have you thought about sharing your kindness with others?
Share the love.
Maybe like the video. Click on that subscribe button. And show your friends.
Yeah, just touch it ever so lightly, that like button. Move over to the subscribe button. Maybe tap your keyboard just a little bit. Leave a comment. Bye.
That's it.